It was a quiet morning in Chelmsford, England, until the silence was shattered by the sound of screaming. Moments later, nothing. Just silence. By the time police arrived, it was already too late. Inside the small apartment, they found something that even hardened officers weren't prepared for. 19-year-old Ashley Wadsworth, a young woman from Canada who had crossed an ocean for love, was gone. What happened in that apartment wasn't just a tragedy. It was the chilling result of obsession, manipulation, and missed warning signs. This is the story of Ashley Wadsworth, a bright, adventurous soul who trusted the wrong person. And it cost her everything. Ashley Wadsworth was born on July 25, 2002, in the close-knit town of Vernon, British Columbia. She was the baby of the family, the kind of girl who lit up a room. She loved horseback riding, skiing, swimming. And she was the kind of big-hearted person who would drop everything for the people she loved, especially her niece Paisley, who she adored. Ashley wasn't just close with her family, she thrived in it. Even after her parents divorced, her world remained full of support and love. That's who Ashley was, full of love, full of life. Back in 2015, 12-year-old Ashley met someone online. His name was Jack Sepple. He was 15 and lived in Essex, England. At first, it was innocent, online chats, friendly conversations. But over time, that friendship evolved into something deeper. By her mid-teens, Ashley was completely captivated. Jack sent her gifts, money, clothes, stuffed animals. He video called her daily. From the outside, it looked like young love blossoming online. But inside that relationship, things weren't so sweet. Jack grew possessive, jealous, controlling. When they fought, Ashley would block him, and he'd make new accounts just to reach her. He even tattooed her name on his arm. Ashley's family was concerned, but to her, this wasn't a red flag. It was a sign of how much he loved her. By late 2021, Ashley had saved enough money from her part-time jobs to make her dream come true. She was going to the UK to meet Jack in person. It was her first trip overseas. She was glowing with excitement. On November 12, 2021, Ashley boarded a plane to London. She arrived the next day, smiling in selfies, hopeful for the future. But the man waiting for her at the airport wasn't quite the boy she knew from the screen. 22-year-old Jack Sepple was covered in tattoos, including on his face. His charm quickly gave way to something darker. At first, things seemed okay. They got a puppy, Winston. They took happy photos together. Ashley posted smiling updates. But behind the smiles was something else. Isolation, control, fear. Jack didn't want Ashley talking to neighbors. He wouldn't let her go to church. He spent most days smoking weed and playing video games, while Ashley, a lover of the outdoors, felt trapped. Worse, the emotional abuse turned physical. 6 weeks in, Jack admitted to his mother he had hit Ashley. Ashley kept the bruises secret, documenting them in a private account, confiding in her sister Haley. But she was still convinced Jack could change. She had come all this way. She wanted to believe it wasn't all for nothing. In January 2022, Jack's behavior spiraled. He hit Ashley with a beer glass. He screamed at her during video calls with her sister. Still, Ashley stayed. She believed her love could heal him. Her family begged her to come home. Finally, Ashley agreed. She booked a flight for February 3rd, but Jack found out. On the morning of February 1st, Ashley ran, barefoot and bleeding, to a neighbor's door. She was terrified. Jack had smashed her phone, thrown their puppy, and accused her of cheating after finding a random photo on her phone. She begged the neighbor not to call the police. Instead, she went back. Later that morning, she called her family. It was the last time they would hear her voice. At 11 a.m., Jack texted his mother saying he had attacked Ashley again. By 12:45 p.m., he had strangled her and stabbed her more than 90 times. Then, he went back to playing video games. That afternoon, Ashley's loved ones woke up in Canada to a flurry of desperate texts. None of them had arrived in time. A friend in Chelmsford called police. At 4:13 p.m., officers entered Jack's apartment and found the scene no one wanted to believe. Jack was arrested on the spot. He confessed immediately. At trial, the shocking truth came out. Jack had a long history of violence, restraining orders, assaults, coercion. He had even locked other women in his home before. None of this showed up in Ashley's online searches. Her family was horrified. If they had known, she would never have gone. Jack pleaded guilty and was sentenced to life in prison with a minimum of 23 years before parole. Ashley's funeral was held on February 23, 2022, in Vernon. It was live-streamed to thousands around the world. Her family later created a scholarship in her name and donated funds to domestic violence support organizations. They walk in her honor. They speak her name. They advocate for stronger protections. Because Ashley's story is more than a tragedy, it's a warning, a call to action, and a reminder that even the brightest lights can be taken if we don't see the shadows soon enough. If you or someone you know is in an unsafe relationship, please know you are not alone. Help is out there. Thank you for watching Tales of True Crime. If stories like Ashley's move you, and you want to learn more about cases around the world, don't forget to like, subscribe. Until next time, stay safe and stay aware.